Hello. Hello. I don't like this song. I wanted more like, I don't know what I wanted. I'm not vibing with this. Or do I? I don't know. Hello. Hello, Jam. Do you hear me fine? Michael! 10! Yuan got one, Yix got one, Broman got it, Sam, oh my god, Din, Kai, and Pav, and Peggy. 10! Volume is good. Someone got paid today. Yeah, someone did get paid today. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you. How's everyone doing? I wasn't initially gonna do like an art history stream today. I thought tier 3? Michael. Michael. That's enough. That's enough. Thank you. What does tier 3 do though? Is it just Thank you so much. I mean, stop! 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 We stop now. We stop. Surely we stop now, right? Surely. Hello? Stop? Stop? Yuan! Hi, Yuan! Welcome in. Michael, we stop now, surely. Fuck's sake. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas. I am okay, Jam. It's been a long week. A very long week, but it's been good. So we're pushing through. We're pushing through. Oh, it's done, but it's been fun. How are you, Jem? How is everyone?
Thanks for stopping, mate. Here is my sub.
Michael, could you stop so I can share my sub, please? Flygen, please no. Don't. I still haven't been able to upload the other one just because I need to figure out how to cut it. Thank you, Jelly, for the sub. Thank you so much. How are you, Flygen? Hello, Busty. It has to stop. Furry Uwu Boy Kiss. Who's that? Why did they get a sub? Thank you, Michael. I keep your hands to yourself now. Can you sit on them so you don't like sub anymore? Thank you so much. Stop! No, Michael. Michael, please. We stop now, surely. What do you mean you didn't? If you still want to spend my money, you can head over to my channel and give some there too. My mom is gonna be poor. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit. Thank you, Michael. You don't do that anymore. You're gonna be broke. Like, properly broke. Holy shit, thank you. Woo! Level 7 hype train. I never had that. That is... I don't think I've had that before. 1 man hype train. Let's go. How are you, Basti? If you're still here. I'm not vibing with this this playlist, this Christmas playlist. I'll just do my normal one because I like that one. I like it. I like it much better. Oh. There you go. Yeah, good to hear that you're good, Jam. Are you still doing dance covers? And I still want to see, but you won't send me anything, unfortunately. Hello, Manny. I want to see some videos. Jam, please. Nani streamer, Nani sub. Hi, Kai. Thank you for stopping by. And yes, you got a sub. Congratulations. Do 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 do. How are you, Manny? How are you, Kai? Kai, look at your boba. Let's go boba time. I can send you a link today. Please do. Please do. Sorry, I forgot. It's okay. It's okay. You... Actually? Or sushi! You just need to, like... Jelly? How come... Why don't you guys... Why haven't you had boba before? Right, Manny? Right? Like, at least sushi, I can kind of get it with boba. But maybe some sushi. I want my first time to be special. You don't want B-grade sushi? Like, you want fancy sushi. Or, like, fancy. Like, high quality, I guess. Yeah. You'll figure it out, Kai. You figure it out, but... I wonder who's gonna, like... If you're gonna do it alone or with someone. I don't think people say it's life changing though, but sushi is nice because there's nothing like it, I feel like. Hi Abba! Welcome in! How are you? It's been a long time. Hope you're okay. High quality restaurant sushi. There you go. High quality restaurant sushi. A high quality restaurant. But the sushi doesn't have to be high quality. But the restaurant is. Oh, it'll definitely take someone to make me go for it. Why? Are you like put off by it? Yeah, go Nobu. Kai, go Nobu. Missed you too, Appa. What you been up to? How are you though? No, but how much does it cost to go to Nobu? Nobu? Sushi is based? Sushi is based. Basti. Based Basti. Guys, if something is based, is that good or bad? I think it's good, right? It's good. Like, if something is skibbity, is it good? Too much? Oh, shit. I went to, like, a 3-course meal for my dad's birthday on Tuesday. And, yeah. That cost me some money, because I paid for all. But it was fun. It was fun. Like, I loved it. 3-course? 3-course? Yes, please. Please no skibbity. Not the skibbity talk. Guys, I work with kids. Don't you think they tell me this? Don't you think they tell me this? You want good sushi, but not overpriced sushi. Yeah, okay. It's actually, like, too much to ask. Like, way too much to ask for, don't you think? Don't you think? I'm not a big fish fan. Like, you eat amount crazy about it. Yeah, I get that. But also friends with Shmallow, of course. You know skibbity. Does she say skibbity? I don't think she does. You get the hang of the cool kid language. Literally! I hang with the cool kids. Cool. If you use the word skibbity, you definitely have crazy riz no gyap. Choo choo, bitch. Hello, Quincy. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, guys. I'm just catching up for like quickly, and then we'll head over to today's artist. But yeah, welcome in, guys. Where's my curse emoji? Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare put it in, Busty. And you're for a latecomer? Yeah, always. Always. Artists. I feel like I'm gonna struggle today. Like, surely I'm gonna struggle. Also, Hunter, don't. You should focus on studying. Should not be here. Latecomers are the best, mate. Don't worry about it. You got it? Got what? What's happening? It? About it? Lost it? You got it? I'm so confused. No struggling. What's happening? Jim, what are you saying? Also, Jolly, I did not fix this. I did not fix this situation. Also, Michael? How many subs is that today? 32? A Hunter got one! Takk for gaveabonnementet. Are you Norwegian? Ole? Are you Norwegian by any chance? Euler in the chat. My friend forced me to play Choo Choo Charles. Game is kind of trash and kind of awesome. What is it? I haven't heard of Choo Choo Charles. Nani, I played Overwatch yesterday, and I'm kind of crazy on Widow. Wait, you are? Mex is also kind of crazy on Widow, but you should have played Widow last time because you actually threw. Okay. 32 subs, you need to get those numbers up, Michael. Make it 50, surely. You said, like, you feel you're gonna struggle. Oh yeah, I'm gonna struggle today, for sure. Yeah! Oh, it's so fucking loud. Yeah! Thank you, Lancy, for the redeem. Thank you, everyone, for coming in, and thank you, Michael. Oh, you're Norwegian. You are. Makes this crazy on everything. That's true. You cooked? No, baby, we lost. Surely, no? We did lose. And I'm just gonna blame it on you. I know for sure she can definitely pronounce every word in the presentation. Thank you, Hunter, for the follow. I know for sure she can definitely pronounce every word in the presentation perfectly as well. No. No, I won't be able to. Surely. Thank you, Abby. Did you say my name? I probably did. I probably did, but I forgot now. It was supportive! No way you just said that. I didn't have perma heals. I had a perma Pocket Mercy yesterday. No, but I pocketed Schmal though, to be fair. I did. I did pocket someone. It was just not you. Get back to studying, Abby. Get back to studying. Don't distract yourself. And Schmal got cooked. Huh? Huh? No, what is this? No breaks. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Alright, should we get started? Everyone, do you have your notebooks? I was gonna do like a Kahoot to like question you guys about like the previous art history that I had. But maybe it's too much to like ask for you guys to remember what I did fucking a week ago. Michael! Yeah, you're on 50, aren't you? What the fuck? Surely we get it to 69 now. Surely. My daddy, my homework? Are you not feeding your dad? What's happening here? The fuck? The fuck? How does this pearl stuff work? Like, I got a few of them at this point. So you can redeem something with the pearls. Like, you could redeem... What is it? For me to, like, have an accent, or you can play a clip, play an audio clip, and on the stream. And remember also to claim your daily boba. That costs 1 pearl, so I should be fine. I don't think it's particularly expensive here. That also makes me jump all the time. You never had boba, okay, but you're having it here. Sorry, I'm a little bit gassy. Sorry, I'm excited, and when I'm excited, I fart. I'm digging myself a hole, and it's not great. Okay, let's get started, people. No, someone else redeemed it, but you could redeem it, I think, unless I have a cooldown. It's what it's called. Oh my god, my brain. It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. That's what's happening to me. It's Friday. Rabido! Hello! There's a lot of noises happening. Ruby, you haven't followed before now. Thank you so much, though. Thank you for this. Wait, Ruby doll is at work? That is mad. Who's farting? Oh, you're on your break right now. Oh, how long is your break? Imagine I message Robbie though. He doesn't reply, but he comes into the stream. Prick. I think I'm the favorite. Right? It is funny. It is funny. Did you do the bonk, Busty? Oh yeah, you did. Okay. Okay. No kissing. No kissing in stream unless it's like for me. Hi Tam. Welcome in. I don't know who you would be calling cute. It's definitely not me. It's not me. So okay, everyone. Welcome to this week's Art History Friday. I'm back, bitches. You thought last time would be... Jem, that is so well timed. Like, that is the perfect timing. Well, naughty word on the screen. What? Art? I'm cringing of myself. You thought last time was the... Oh, you thought last week was the last time and you wouldn't like be able to see me for like a month? Well, I'm here and I'm back and I'm here to stay. At least for like maybe like the next 2 hours. Sounds good? Yeah. Whose phone is ringing? Ring ring. Yippee! Alright, today we're gonna talk about a German artist. I've been practicing to pronounce his name and I got some help from a fellow German friend, my best friend, Basti. So, I've been practicing this so much to the point where I'm butchering it. His name is Caspar David Friedrich. Born in 1744, died in 1840. Big sideburns and a handsome dude, handsome fella. Electric Kitty, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, I appreciate it. And he is a very known, or not very known, but he is a landscape painter. That's what he kind of specialized in. Oh yeah, the Friedrich was a slay. You would kiss him? Why? And why am I jealous of Caspar? 10 out of 10 Chad. I think he is hiding his hairline, but like I'm always like a fan of a good fringe, a good bangs, a couple of bangs. So I don't complain. Is it really your favorite type of art? Landscape? Is always customer services on the phone? Oh, that's the only one who's calling you. He is what we call a romantic painter, a German romantic painter, and he is best known for being a part of the art style called kind of romantic, yeah. And he's very much known for his allegorical landscapes. And do we know what allegorical means? Maybe not, but has someone heard of the word allegorical? He looks kind of kissable. Guys, what is happening? Why are we kissing him? Jelly, you're cheating, so... So, allegorical basically means that something contains a moral or a hidden meaning. It looks maxing. What's maxing? This became the Bachelor's of the Year. So, something that contains a moral or a hidden meaning. So it's not quite clear what kind of like the underlying. But why are you using my last name all of a sudden? And why are you also writing my last name? Allegorical. Allegorical. Mewing like this. I got kind of flustered from you like fucking writing my last name. Thanks. Thanks for hiding. Michael, can we stop now? Stop. No more subs. Please. I don't know what your surname is. Always coming in clutch, for sure. Oh, that makes me happy. Electric Kitty, welcome in and enjoy your boba. And all the emotes. All the little emotes of the Shiba and me. Zoolander face? Oh, he kind of does. He is, yeah. Oh, allegorical? Do you want me to spell it for you, like in the chat? Here you go. Oh, Lancy got one. So we're using symbols to kind of create a deeper and kind of like layered meaning to the paintings. And I think like folk tales and fables would be allegorical kind of like stories. So you have this story, but it's not really clear what the underlying like moral would be or the underlying like meaning would be. Thank you so much, Bye Jen, for gifting a sub. Thank you, I really appreciate it. So Friedrich's main kind of like goal with his paintings was to create paintings that are contemplating the nature and kind of convey kind of spiritual experiences in life along with nature. So he kind of creates this individual feeling of being in quite like a vast, massive world. Edward Monk! Paying my student loan for this class. Thanks, Fajan. Goes right in my pocket. Thank you, Charlie, for... Wait, Edward Monk has a Twitch account. Edward, the real one. My boy is now sub to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting me. So, let me show you some paintings from the Romantic era. Because we need always to talk about kind of what era that Friedrich was part of. And he was part of the Romantic era. So here we have very, very dramatic paintings. And they're quite dark in the color palette. It was an artistic movement, but also literary movement in Europe during the 1800s. So if you search up like Romanticism, you would get a lot of art, but also literature. So a lot of artists would be discovering kind of the themes of this kind of art style or style. Why does he remind me of another artist? Oh, he might be, I don't know who he's reminding you of. Beethoven? Does he kind of look like Beethoven? If someone want to Google Beethoven, maybe he looks like him. I won't buy one of these types of paintings. The top right and the bottom right. Oh, really? Bottom, oh, top right, this one. Bottom right, these two. Yeah? They do look very dark, yes. This one is a Norwegian painter called Johan Christian Dahl. This painter, and I've seen this one actually. Right? What exactly are incredible about the paintings, Jolly, for you? Why would you fight, and why would you wanna buy these paintings? What is standing out to you? Johan. Is it like this? I can't remember now. There it is. Oh yeah, Beethoven looks like this. How did I know that? He also looked like Van Gogh. Oh, true. I should make a Van Gogh stream one time. So, I'm just interested to hear kind of like what ultimately what captures you at kind of the first look. Got a weakness for that middle top one. Middle top. This one. That is a great question, teacher. Do you like the colors? Or is it the, you know, the fact that it's landscapes? Or is it like the art style? Like a kind of the way they've like made people? Mondstadt from Genshin. Yeah, it does. I like the contrast. Beautiful gem. Thank you. Melancholic feeling from Mustbit. Very good, Busty. Thank you. So we'll remember all of these words, right? We remember melancholic and contrast. That is my professional opinion. Mondstadt from Genshin Impact. Good. So quite prominent during the 1800s, beginning of the 1800s in Europe. Contrast of water and earth is hard to look away from, definitely, and especially with these waves kind of hitting the mountain like this, it kind of shows you the brutality of water and the brutality of nature. That looks like a storm. It does look like a storm, for sure. Yeah. So Romanticism focuses mostly on celebrating the nature of, or celebrating nature, but also the common man, you know, the individual. So it's heavily focused on the individual experience of a human and what makes each person unique. And we're often guided, most of the time, by being irrational feelings, but also emotional impulses. And artists during the Romantic era loved to kind of focus on isolation and kind of embrace the loneliness and the feeling of melancholy, which Basti really nicely mentioned. Is it like when you think back on something something on to romanticize it, or like kind of where the name comes from? Yes, definitely. It's not romantic in the way of love, but romantic in the way of remembering and feeling kind of at loss in a way, to the point where you're very dreamy and you drift off. Nostalgia, definitely. Yes. And that way is kind of romanticized in a way. I like the depth in the painting a lot, and the colors just makes it more fulfilling. I feel like you wouldn't hit the same with night or sunny theme. Definitely, Fightin. Very good. Try and remember that. You know, the kind of gray, cloudy, foggy aesthetic. We'll come back to that. Bottom right goes hard. This one is beautiful. This is from like the Norwegian artist that I mentioned in his, 'Chef's Kiss'. He's so good. So, 'Chef's Kiss'. He's so good. So, Bottom right goes hard. This one is beautiful. This is from like the Norwegian artist that I mentioned in his, 'Chef's Kiss'. He's so good. So, 'Chef's Kiss'. He's so good. So, melancholy will be a really big word, like a really big term in the Romantic era, just because of the feeling of being nostalgic, but also and the feeling of being kind of sad, but in a way. Yes, Johan Christian. The combination of being sad, being lonely, isolated, to a way that it almost reaches like a spiritual aspect of it, and out of the body experience, in a way that you're kind of floating, soaring in a way. Grey clouds are lovely. Love the vibes when it's gray and rainy. Yeah, me too, for sure. And it's a lot of that in Norway. Absence of colors gives each color more strength. It's perfectly done. It's really beautiful observation, Abby. Thank you. And yeah, I feel like all of them have kind of like the same color palette in a way, but it's all executed in a really different way that kind of stays true to the artist, which is so beautiful about, you know, art and the person behind this type of art. So melancholy will be a big word, contemplation, but also sublime, the sublime. And sublime has multiple meanings. In this kind of setting within Romanticism, it is referred to something spiritual, something majestic and beautiful, massive, and almost like heightened in a way, above anything else. Vi snakker om romantikken, Tam. Men jeg tar det på engelsk, så hold fast. And we emphasize a lot, the romantic artist emphasizes a lot the passion. I don't know about this. That's fine, that's why we're here, and that's why I'm talking about it, so we all can learn a little bit something today about romanticism. If there's a time, could you explain the bottom left a bit? It feels kind of religious. This one is from Macbeth, the screenplay by Shakespeare called Macbeth. Is a particular scene. I'm actually not quite sure what the scene is about, because I'm not sure like what Macbeth is actually about, but it is taken specifically from a part in a screenplay by Shakespeare called Macbeth. It reminds me a bit of the creation thing, yeah, like creation of Adam, maybe. The only thing I need to learn is electric shit from my class in Valorant. We'll sprinkle some art history in there, Tam. You're so much to learn. You're so young still. And you need to learn about art. Definitely. So we will emphasize a lot emphasize on passion, sentiment, and individuality. And we'll see that especially in Friedrich's paintings. And I feel like he is kind of like the main artist for this particular moment. What do you feel when you see the top middle painting and other similar ones with grey clouds and waves hitting shore? This one, for me, I'll get into that later with Friedrich, but it's something about understanding such a massive nature and how we're as humans are so small in comparison that when you see natural forces like these waves against the mountains, it makes me feel small in a very daunting way, but also very reassuring. You know, that whatever I choose to do tomorrow or in a year's time, it will not be a big deal. It will be fine, because I'll look at the massive nature, and I'll look at, you know, everything else that moves this world. Surely I could handle, you know, calling my doctors next week. I am small. Respect nature, guys. Respect nature. That's what I feel when I see paintings that depict really powerful nature. It makes me contemplate a lot, and that's what the Romanticism does. A lot of the romantic artists contemplate a lot. Some of them are social commentaries like these. This is Raft of Medusa by Jerichot. this one is liberty freeing the people. And if you know anything from like the French Revolution, they kind of, liberty has been depicted in a woman, but also an ordinary person, which is kind of new for this era to depict, you know, very dramatic actions or moments in a very brutal but also ordinary way. So this was something that actually happened, but not as near as dramatic. And I think it's all about, you know, human experiences and the feeling, what evokes feeling, and it's the human struggle. Calling strangers is emboss. It's so hard. No, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I hate it. So with this particular picture, especially with this one, we're appreciating nature in a different way. I feel like we appreciate nature differently in these two paintings. This one is kind of like a positive appreciation of the beauty and kind of the natural wonderfulness we have in the world, and then we have the brutality of nature, the power of nature and its unpredictability, which I think is really, really beautiful and kind of shows you the range of emotions one thing could have on us as humans. So kind of man's struggle against nature will be kind of like a very important essence of Romanticism and that era. And this era will develop in a time where kind of we're discovering things about nature related to science, and we're kind of moving away from spirituality. And you know, religion is always going to be a very big part, and it always carries most of the kind of meanings behind a lot of paintings would be religious themes, but it's the individual spirituality that I think is lost when we start moving on to science and starting to understand the world through, you know, theoretical aspects. So Romanticism will heavily focus on emotion instead of logic, and then intuition instead of intellect. It's kind of like a reaction to something, and a lot of art styles are a direct reaction to something, because we humans, we go through, you know, phases in life, and I think we always gonna have a need to break free of something. So if something is set in a way for a long time, I think it's natural human nature to want to break out from it, basically. How's work today? Work was good. I had one group this morning, and then I went to the National Museum for a seminar, and I was there all day. So I was a little bit tired, but the coffee kept me going, like heavily, like properly, like like I've had so much coffee today. So it acts like a counterpart. Amen. I took like 4 buses around Oslo. Let's go. Hope you walked a little bit. That helps. Like you can get by with really easily in Oslo if you just walk, basically. Hi Bobo, welcome in. Caffeine queen, let's go. We don't talk about work? Oh, okay. Yeah, so alternative to enlightenment. Enlightenment basically is, you know, a time in our history where we're starting to really discover the real world through science, basically, and we're starting to properly study it. Where do we come from? What are we made of? You know, but relation to science. And in the middle of this, you know, the human individual experience get lost, and you know, the personal individual spirituality also gets lost, and Romanticism kind of wants to like try and get that back in a way, which I think is really amazing and wonderful and nice. And yeah, So, where people get enlightened with sunlight. Yes! I wish there was more sunlight in Norway right now, really. I think that really contributes to me finding it hard and long days at work, is because it's just so dark all the time. So Romanticism will reject they will reject nationalism in a way that they will move away from historic paintings or paintings about very important moments in kind of like the cultural history. And they use really bright and energetic brushstrokes. I will show you later more specifically. And bright colors, basically. A lot of bright colors. And we're gonna see that soon with Friedrich. Romanticism is the time when the Romans started to tism around the globe. There we go, Bobo. Sheesh, look at you. A historian right there. I was gonna give you some cable for a cartoon on it. Really? Oh, that's so nice. From what group? If it's Espa, give it to me. Friedrich. I hope I do, but Espa, Karina, Rocket Puncher. Aw. One day. One day, Tam. So Friedrich was born in northern Germany. He studied in Copenhagen for a while before he settled in Dresden. I don't know how you pronounce it in German. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Rusty. And he grew up during a time where across Europe you would start to appreciate spirituality a lot more. That will be like a really used word throughout this whole kind of like session. Spirituality, finding your relationship to God in your own personal way, and not necessarily as a part of like a big community, but more of your inner and personal experience about God and something that is higher and much bigger than us. Oh, rest in peace, New Jeans. Rest in peace. You're doing fine, thank you. And yeah, so they're rejecting spirituality, and they're learning about nature through science. So the religious, spiritual, personal experience are kind of falling apart a bit in this time. He was quite renowned through his lifetime. Like, he was appreciated by society and other art critics. But a lot of his paintings started to lose kind of like actuality. Like, people just stopped appreciating kind of his art towards the end of the 19th century, so the end of the 1800s, as Germany moved towards modernization, technological kind of equipments, or factories starting to work in a factory, becoming more of like a modern society. I just can't stop looking at his beard. I know, it's amazing. It's amazing. I think you should try this, Busty. I think it would look Since I bought like 3 K-pop albums today before the Black Friday. Oh, did you? Where did you buy them? The albums? So yeah, basically Greenpeace was founded in the 1700s. Basically. Oh, thank you. Can't wait. I can't wait, Basti. Basti. So, in the beginning of the 1900s, so platekompaniet, 20% off, really? That's nice. So he will kind of like his relevance for society will kind of drop a little bit. Hi, Cypher. Welcome in. How are you? It is a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time for sure. I hope you've been well though. And yeah, I hope I'm back to stay for a while, a little bit. And So towards like the end of like through the second half of the 19th century, he will lose relevance. People won't really look at his paintings and think that they're relevant for the human experience that we're going through. And it's not until the beginning of the 1900s. Michael, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Cypher. We are learning indeed, and now you got boba. Ah! Like that. It always scares me, that one. Am I shaky? I'm always shaky. But that scared me. Thanks, Michael. Cypher. He will be rediscovered much later in the 1900s, 1906 specifically, after he was exhibited after his death, obviously, in Berlin. And then people will start being like, oh shit, no, these paintings are actually quite relevant for the human experience now, maybe even more now, you know? Did you change your color, Abby? I swear you were blue. I swear. So, and the god that we looked at last week, a lot of his like contemporaries, a lot of the people who was in the same kind of like art circle were actually quite inspired by Friedrich as well. Did you? To my favorite color? Where's the button to Dono? I took it away. I took it away, but it felt weird to have like a donation button. I don't know. I'm sorry, Tam. You don't have to send me anything. Just gifted subs, I guess. Even though Twitch takes like 50% of it. I see you, Abby. I see you. I see you. His first major painting. He's 34 years old. I see you. He is 34 years old when he kind of like breaks through with his first major painting. Boba time. That happens a lot, right? When the artist, yes, always. With Edvard Munch, the artist that I talk about every day for my job, he was much more appreciated after his death. Definitely. Do you use stream elements? Yeah, I do. I was gonna donate for boba. It's fine. Guys, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't need. Keep your money, please. Please keep your money. Don't waste them on me. Why is that? I think a lot of the artists that kind of breaks with the norm or what is considered good art are not appreciated in the time because people just don't like to be challenged. Talk about Lord Forsyth. Christ, that is beautiful, right? It is beautiful. It really is. Artists who actually choose to kind of go outside what is kind of established aren't appreciated in their time. It's after when they understand that, oh, this was an artist that actually dared to do something different and dared to, you know, discover something new, basically, instead of actually following kind of this stream, following the, what is it? Is that a saying? I feel like I only know it in Norwegian. Can I have my money back? Why? She has just made bank off Michael. She's literally, that's why. Følge strømmen. There we go. Well, guys, why are you guys asking for your money back? Like, I'm saying you can stop, but I'm not gonna return anything. Oh no, my face. Fine, guys. Shush. Okay. The Cross in the Mountains from 1808. Katie got it! Oh my god, Katie got one. Thank you, Michael. We are on a roll. Thank you, Michael. Chan, thank you so much for the follow. Let's go. Who is we? It's just one person. But together, collectively. Kira Petiti gifted me a sub, super big thanks to you. It's Michael or Lucim. Yeah, I had a level 7 hype chain. And it was one person who made that happen. He wants our stream to crash. He's happening with Flygen now, so I think he's doing a good job. The cross in the mountains was met with controversy. A lot of controversy, which happens a lot with major artists that I talk about, is that they're not always met with appreciation during the time. And it's the first time within like Christian art that landscape has been or becomes the main focus of an altar piece. So it was made like this to be a part of an altar. And throughout whole of art history, there's obviously that wasn't the case at the time, but after, modern art historians has theorized the different kind of types of paintings to kind of like a list of like highest rated art and lowest rated art. And throughout all of history, religious art has always been highest rated. It's been kind of like what people always sought to express, and it also kind of reached out to the most people and was kind of like the very essence of art for a lot of people. So religious paintings are the highest form of art, according to some art historians who look back at kind of like art history throughout the times. Putting the cross under a dark sky is genius, like you aren't finding God in that world. Exactly, Abi, and that's what he's trying to do, and what he's trying to express in this landscape painting. So we see, basically, I don't know if you can see it, but it is actually crucified Christ here in profile, right here. So it's not only the cross, but it's actually a crucified Christ. He's alone, surrounded by nature, and this cross rises the highest of this composition. So you can kind of draw lines from it down like this. It's like the highest kind of like motive in this composition. It's this cross. But if we're viewing it at a distance alongside nature. And for him, for Friedrich, his way of telling kind of religious beliefs are through specific things in the nature. So mountain would be immovable faith. It will be the faith that is so grounded that you can't move it. It's a part of you, and it's what keeps you grounded, kind of. Fig trees. These fig trees, they're the symbol of eternal life. Yes, exactly. What? What? You just like just, yeah, I was about to say that. You just literally just like took the words out of my mouth. Wonderful. It's eternal life. It's hope. You know, fig trees could be a symbol of hope in the religious themes, but it's basically eternal life, something that kind of like symbolizes the cycle of life, kind of. And then Friedrich will continue to do this throughout his art career. He will use landscape to evoke a spiritual message. Because what I find so fascinating about nature is that we all know it. Oh, Gerda, hello. It's been a while. You did get a sub. It's been a lot of subs. 62 to be exact, today. So, yeah. Welcome in. I hope you've been good and enjoy your sub. Someone got paid today. Oh my god, I wonder who did that. Is that the famous Nani? Hi, Ty. It might be. Famous, I don't know, but it's Nani. But if there's another one who's famous, I would love to meet her. Wait, who's your bias in Aspa? It's Winter. It's Winter. I'm well. How are you, Goethe? How you been? How's work or studies or life? You can choose. You don't have to answer all of that. But what I think is so fascinating about landscape is that it is something that we all know. Or like nature. It's something that we all have some sort of relationship to. And I think it's beautiful that Friedrich uses nature to kind of portray allegorical themes. Remember allegorical? Do you remember? Oh yeah, that's my bias in Espa. It's Friedrich. So hidden meanings, you know? Allegorical, yes, hidden meanings. So we're not pushing, we're not like showing exactly what kind of this hidden meaning or morale would be, but it's hidden in symbols and metaphors. But usually to kind of like teach the people about something or teach someone about something. So let's move on to another painting. I am very distracted by this song for some reason. There you go. So when there's lyrics in the song, I'm like, my ADHD can't handle it. So one of the paintings that kind of most captivated me by Friedrich is Monk by the Sea. Art. Hello, Luke! Welcome in, you made it! You made it to an art stream, finally! It is ominous, don't you think? Don't you think? First impressions, guys, quickly. First impressions. Ominous. What else? What are we thinking? We're the darkening sky towards the ocean. Yes, Busty! Yes! I'm about to fall asleep, but I'm here. You don't... I'm just gonna help you fall more asleep at this point, Luke. Overwhelming. Drowning off sight alone. Beautiful. And do you remember when I talked about the like romanticism, what they would want to kind of focus mainly on? Isolation, individual experience, and then the brutality of nature. This painting ain't it? What do you mean? In what way? It's 2 a.m? Wait, where are you, Luke? It's pretty. I think it's pretty. I think you're pretty, Jeff. The little man there showing... Yes! Yes! So, you're in Singapore to the end of March? Have fun, enjoy. And yes, you should probably head to bed then. You should. And... Oh, you're working? Oh, shit. I feel like Luke is like... answering before Jolly even made or asked the question. Internship. Oh. Something about the ocean just makes me feel off. Because it's so big, right? Because it's so massive to the point where like we feel helpless, kind of. It's hard to find a focus. Everything feels so stripped of detail. Very good, Bobby. Very good. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I feel as well when I see this painting. I don't like any of the paintings with ocean waves. Oh. Ocean waves hitting the shore with dark clouds. You don't like them. Why? It is really dark. It is really dark. Almost as if we're loving Mother Nature out of fear than anything else. And I think that is what the sublime part of it is. Kind of the... you know, you acknowledge that something is so massive and majestic and beautiful to the point where it makes you kind of wonder what your purpose is. You know, the melancholy in it as well. This is my favorite so far. Would love to be there myself for some reason, but to tell you why I would need to think about it. Oh, if you have any like just yeah, if you feel like you can express it, just let me know. Just makes me think about how big, dangerous and unknown the sea is. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I think that's what they're trying to do. Yeah. Yeah, but some people are like Flygen. I don't mind either. I don't mind either. You're gonna see Sabrina Carpenter? Have you ever tried this one? So, this painting at first kind of lacks, as Abby said, it lacks detail and depth. So it lacks this illusion of depth, I feel like. But at the same time, it also has it, kind of. But I feel like at the first glance, it lacks the detail and it lacks this kind of skill behind creating a 3D space. And it's his most kind of like radical composition. And it's because, at least for me, why it's so kind of radical and like controversial is because he creates so much space for the sky and just a little bit for the sea and then a little bit for like the shore, the sand, the rocks, you know? It's all very pushed down towards the bottom of the painting, and then he puts like a tiny little monk. People think it's him, but he puts this small human figure and at the bottom here, which I find scary. Very scary, kinda. It was radical in his composition and the way that he creates the painting, quite, you know, technique wise, because it doesn't give much space for anything else but this guy, and it takes a lot of space in the picture, and there's no focus. There's no like clear focus where to look at first, you know. It lacks something that frames it in a way. Like what initially draws you in? It's not really anything in a particular. Your eyes kind of shifts in between and you find it hard to stay in one place when you kind of look at this picture. Are those lines the canvas or am I seeing things? I think it's the canvas, but also the way he like uses the brush strokes. For me, it's supposed to show scale, maybe. The ocean is dark and scary and you're small compared to it. Yes, I think that's what he's trying to do as well, Basti. You need to focus with him, yeah. So you would need to have to go like much closer to the painting, or you have to like search for it. Sleep well, Luke. Thank you so much for stopping by. I need to go and collect my food. Please don't say anything important for the next minute. Okay. Bye, Luke. Bye. You don't like it? It looks a little bit hopeless. But that is exactly like why we need paintings that like this. It doesn't always necessarily have to be something kind of pleasing to look at. We also need to be challenged in what we think or what we want to meet, and that goes for the rest of like, it doesn't necessarily have to be about art, but art can help us wanting to see something really uncomfortable or something that we kind of turn away from, you know. Paintings like this are so crucial. It's the notion that you don't know where to look that makes you want to look everywhere, definitely, and it makes you search. And I think it could kind of reflects us searching for meaning and searching for a purpose. And that's where like the kind of the spirituality comes back in. You know, if the nature is so vast, if the nature is so brutal and big, how can we as an individual find purpose in it? And I think it's complete human nature to seek something religious, something that is higher than you, and something that you can't necessarily explain in order to cope with the very existence that you have on this earth. You know? It makes sense. It for sure makes sense, and I feel like this painting evokes that feeling. You know? Did I miss anything important? Jolly off to get food to let it rip on streaming. Rip? What are we ripping? So, one thing about Friedrich is that he painted inside. Ah! my god. It really scared me. It really scared me. Like, and I'm talking about God and like a scary nature. I'm kind of like in the mood. It's that need espresso. That's me right now. That's him letting it rip. Jesus Christ. What is going on? What's going on? Fucking scared me, Legend. Fuck you. Fuck you. Love you though. But still, like, fuck off. What did you get, Charlie? What are you eating? What are you eating? So, do you guys remember the Impressionist painters from the last stream? They would used to paint outside. And they wanted it to be so authentic to the nature that they're depicting that they would paint outside. Friedrich doesn't do that. He will remember things or sketch things outside, but he will ultimately make them or finish them in his studio. So it's more of the personal experience. It's more of the personal feeling. It's not a true depiction of nature. And nature is not only the focus. It's kind of what we feel and what we kind of experience as individuals when we kind of, you know, acknowledge the brutality of the nature. Steak? Ooh, just steak. Or do you have any size? So he removes and strips this painting of any other like elements other than like the ones he find most important, but there's no like over the top things. He doesn't add things just for the sake of it. It's carefully executed but also kind of reductive in its process. He kind of strips things away to the point where it's just you and this beautiful, massive, scary nature. You know? And yeah, I think this picture is awfully direct, and as some of you said, you don't like it, and it's not making you feel like particularly good, you know. And I think that is important. I think art like that is very important. Is there a famous artist who drew like soldiers and weapons and armor? I'm sure there is, or like fantasy stuff. I can show some that I know of, and Flygen after, if you want to remind me, I could show you, if you would want that. Yes, I could. Let's go to the next one. Questions now, still, or are we good? Are we fine? Are we fine? Are we tired? Do we need a break? Do we need a... We Gucci? I'm constantly tired, but that shouldn't be like me though. Okay, I'll be... We good? Okay, let's go. We got going. We ballin'. We ballin'. This is Moonrise by the Sea from 1822. And it's a romantic seascape picture. It's very different from the first one, but what do we recognize that is similar to the last one? Is there any specific things that you think is similar? We can talk about the differences, but let's talk about what is actually similar to the previous painting. What is the same? Yeah? Talk contrast? Yeah, for sure, yeah? Brighter. Perspective is much closer. It's kind of a similar POV. Yes, Gem. Good. More people. Boats. Yeah, good. So we still have nature. Usually the sea. So we still have the sea. And we still have nature. Human size. They're small compared to the landscape. Very good, Abby. It's human nature. Oh, humans in nature. So that's, again, what is quite common for Friedrich. Is this. Putting humans in a very big big nature. So we look quite small and the nature looks quite big. Good. Very good, guys. And looks like a sequel to the last one. We had a family and brought some seats. Rocks. We brought rocks. Strange how there's still so much solitude with more people. Right. I feel like if anything, there's more solitude with more people in it, you know? The humans are closer than the monk, makes it a bit more approachable. There's a center of focus. Good, Basti. Very good. I'm so proud of you guys. That was meant for my notepad. The monk is actually on the left in this picture. It's not only the ocean. So we have, obviously, it's more divided into parts that make sense. And compared to the last one where everything is so stretched and far apart from each other, this one makes more sense. We have the sky, we have the sea, and then we have the rocks, and then we have a middle focal point, which is the people, and then we have some scenery and something that kind of lifts up the pictures a little bit, which is the boats and kind of the color schemes. You know, the sun. We didn't see the sun pick up. We couldn't really see a horizon in this picture. Here we can, and we see the sun, or is it sunset? Oh, it's moonrise. Okay, so it's moonrise. If it rise. Anyway. The sunset adds a lot to it. It does, and I feel like with light, with sun, sunset a side. Oh my god. I was like, what is he trying to say? They're pushing mid. Close door. It's really important that when you include the sun in pictures, it creates hope, it creates energy, and it creates positivity. You know, it's the light at the end of the tunnel, as someone here are for me. You know? They're gonna guys, can we not? Can we stop with the Valorant? Comes? Thanks. I'm getting PTSD. I'm getting trauma. Getting proper trauma. So, this picture was commissioned by the new Valorant Age of Reveal coming. Ooh, from the boat? Right there. I'm excited. Vice 2.0. So, this picture was commissioned by a banker and art collector. Hi, Sims! Hello! Harbor, stop, guys! Stop! Or else no more art. Stop! Harbor, Basti, don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare. Jolly has the power. He has the power to time people out or ban people. It's fine. Guys, it's fine. But he can and he will. So this art collector, he commissioned this painting alongside with another painting. And he wanted two paintings that depicted different times of the day. So this one kind of has like a duo. Fuck, I'm using like comms again. This painting has a duo, and that one is it's a different time of the day. It's in the morning, and it's a picture of a tree in a garden, I think, and it's much more brighter in color, and it's a lot of green and yellow. So he wanted two pictures that depicted different times of the day. So he has one obviously where it's the sunset, and then we have one early in the morning, and then he commissioned both of those two. Scared of Jolly? Yeah, I'm also scared of Jolly. He's a scary man. And yeah, again, Friedrich will put the human experience related to a vast kind of nature, you know? So we have these people sitting on this rock and they're viewing the nature, but we don't necessarily know what they think because we can't really see their facial expressions. So it's hard to know exactly kind of what the specific feeling is and kind of what is happening and what has led up to this moment. He makes the painting look so alive with the coloring. I Agree. Fully agree. And the rocks are really well made. They're so detailed. So beautiful. Even with so much in the painting, we're left to fill in the blanks on what we think is going on. Yes, definitely, Abby. And I think that goes for a lot of paintings. But I think specifically with his art, he wants us to contemplate about, you know, the human experience, but also to wonder what has happened up until this point in the story and what will happen after. They look relaxed. They do. It looks like they're just admiring the view, kind of. Something about his body language, which feels like he is, relaxing, you know, resting. Okay, Busty. Oh. Okay, Michael. Lack of focus, lack of face. The ship's shifting out of the view. Yeah. Melancholic as a great word we just learned. Or maybe you didn't just learn it, but 8 now and I feel sick. Standard Jolly experience. You also have to just probably need to go to the toilet soon as well. But yeah, I find it melancholic as well, but maybe towards like the positive feelings of melancholy. Maybe. I just wonder what could have happened to make this scenario happen. Are they getting picked up by the boat, right? Are they getting picked up? Were they dropped off from the boat? What is happening? You know? What is happening? So these humans that have their back towards us and that look quite small compared to the nature, and this narrative of like we don't know exactly what is happening or what's gonna happen, that will be kind of like the main technique for Friedrich. He will do this a lot, and he actually is today quite famous for it. You know, were they left behind, right? Like, were they left behind? Welcome back. Busty. Busty. And this is the painting that he's most known for. And maybe you have seen this painting before. But the last one is an oil painting. Yes, this one is an oil painting. This one is quite familiar, known. Yeah, you have. I think you guys have seen this one probably before. It's Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog. And this one is probably like, it's considered to be one of the like masterpieces of the Romantic era. And it's also the one that represents the Romantic movement the best. Like everything that we learned about Romanticism earlier, it all is conveyed in this one picture, and that is by Friedrich. Why does he look so powerful, right? Why does he look so powerful? What is it? Is it the way he stands? This is the front cover of Romanticism. It is. It's exactly that. He got a crazy aura. Wandering. Giga Wanderer. Plus 1,000 aura points. Sorry, Kane. I was like, Kane? He looks like he owns the place. Let's go. He's so high above it, right? He's really high above. He's above the fog. Above the sky. And a lot of interpretations of this leans heavily towards, you know, the notion of, or the feeling of self-reflection and contemplating your life's path in a way. He's above the clouds, always heavily in his status. You know, God could have nice hair, right? It's kind of curly and blonde. It's nice. Well, just when it came with that pose. This man has knowledge. Nice. He looks like the end boss of an RPG when you meet him at the peak of the mountain. Yes, for sure. Really nice. I love these associations, guys. I love it. It's really nice to see. And I think he definitely kind of evokes the feeling of a very vast, big, majestic nature, and us being quite small in it. But here he is much bigger compared to the other paintings where like the people were quite small. And it's something about the way that he stands that kind of you know, opens for interpretation a lot. It kind of gives you a feeling or a story for sure. This is the first time the person feels just as impactful as the setting. Perfect. It's really nice, Abby. The sky is drawn perfectly, and then, I don't know, it's something about the fog and kind of how things are a little bit, you know, foggy in the background as well. Feels like the complete opposite of the previous ones. Yes. Maybe because of like his presence is much different here compared to the other ones. Like, yes, the nature is still so fearless, but I think it's something about the way he's standing with his like legs and his arm out. He's like, yeah, there's something about his body language that shows another completely different story from the other ones. I'm interested in the landscape. What exactly about the landscape are you really interested in? And this is kind of what Friedrich is kind of like. This is a very good description of him. Miss Sally, you love this artist. That's so good. He is a good one, isn't he? He is really good. Welcome, Hitikusi. Thank you, Jolly. Thank you, and thank you for joining in. He is wonderful. He is, yeah. Love that he's appreciating the view beyond as much as we are, and I think that is kind of, compared to the other two paintings, this one is much more inviting in this POV, or in this narrative that is happening. I feel like with these ones we kind of are on the outside. Thank you so Michael, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Miss Sally. Thank you. So I feel like we're on the outside here, but in this one I feel like we're much more invited in a way. What is this username? But thank you so much for the follow. How fucking great, I guess. Welcome to the land again. He drew this landscape in Rügen. Potentially, yeah. This particular landscape is inspired by a lot of different places. So it's not like an actual place. Oh, thank you so much, Sally. Thank you. It's not a specific place, but he's drawn inspiration from a lot of places. This one looks a lot like, I was gonna ask Chia about this, but it's a really, really famous Swiss kind of like mountain top that looks just like this. But yeah, so he draws inspirations from different places in the world and like kind of makes his own landscape in a picture. I'm in college, sorry, that is fine. Is there anything you would like me to call you instead of this middle school username? So art historians has later called this particular figure, you know, the back, the rear facing figure for Rücken figure, or back figure, I guess that's what it's translated to. And it allows us in a way to kind of share the experience that this particular man has, but at the same time also appreciating the nature. So we're invited into kind of this very individual personal experience, but not in a way that it's distracting, because he's not turned around. We don't really know what he looks like, and it's not a portrait or anything, you know. It's still humans in nature, but Friedrich allows the people to take more and more space, which is really inspiring in a way, I guess. That it starts off small and then it goes kind of bigger. So it's not a portrait, but it tells us something about this human being, particular human being, but it leaves this mystery to it. Trina! Of course! Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I do try, but thank you, Trina. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mystery here, but I think it's more inviting than intimidating, at least for me. And there's obviously multiple kind of interpretations of this particular man. Some people kind of see him as a conqueror, and I think a lot of you guys did as well. You know, someone who has successfully done something, successfully conquered kind of the mountain, and now he's looking out for like the next mission, the next path in a way, you know? Nan is the queen of art history. She's the best. She's Twitch's best kept secret. That's cute. Daenerys vibes? Yes! So, it could be that, you know? I think that's really nice interpretation. And I personally see someone who has achieved something great and is looking out to their next, you know, move carefully, you know? There's a lot of confidence in this picture, in this man. I don't feel any kind of like hesitation or any of the previous feelings like melancholy in the other pictures. Like I'm not left contemplating what is actually happening, you know? But some people do. And other readings of this particular painting, people have actually like experienced the opposite. You know, the unknown landscape. And the wanderer kind of watches the fog creep under his feet and is kind of almost consumed by the nature in a more of like a dreading uncertainty kind of, which I find really, that is also a reading to it. And I think that is what is so beautiful about art, is that it's not one interpretation and it's not one correct answer or, you know, one way to see things. There's multiple, and it all depends on who you are, what experiences you've been through, what are your previous experiences about watching art. You know, there's so many factors playing in to kind of the interpretation, but it's all yours, and it's just as valid as mine or anyone else, someone who's working at the museum. You know, your interpretation is so special, and it's important, and it's yours, and it's valid. So anything that you guys, you know, give me, if it's like, you know, interpretations or an association you have of the paintings, I find that beautiful, and I love reading them, and that's why I love doing these, is because it just shows me what art could do, you know? It just shows how everyone can, you know, look at art and think, yeah, I get it now. Thank you for making me feel special. Make me feel special, teacher. I got you. I got you. So, if we draw two lines diagonally, we get a cross on the figure's torso. And we also highlight kind of like the monumental structure that this person is actually in. You know? I find it so cool. It's so cool. Like, I actually love it so much. Like, I don't know, it shows that he has truly understood how to compose a painting. And it will be very pleasing to the eye, you know? Do you remember pictorial space, as I mentioned last time with Degas, and these very long elongated formats? With the elongated formats that Degas did, he showed that he had an understanding of a 3D space and how to create a 3D space within a 2D plane. And that takes skill, and it takes studying, like it takes knowledge. You actually have to sit down and actually learn it, you know? So whenever a painter does this, I find it beautiful, because it shows that he is dedicated into learning how to actually portray the world in the way that he wants to do it. You know, one thing is to be crazy talented and have talent, but I also think a lot of these painters studied, or they did study a lot, and for them to show, you know, comprehension of technique, like actual painting technique, that's what makes it kind of better for me. It just shows like, oh, okay, so he's gifted, yes, but he also did everything he could you know, refining skills, you know, seeing other pictures to understand how other people did it, in order to actually create like the expression that he truly wanted, but also to yeah, it shows the passion. It shows the passion. Like, one thing is to be really gifted, but if you're not kind of committed to grow and to learn and to get better, then, you know, how can this passion fulfill you? You know? How the hell do you paint this? And this is from fucking 1800s. 1800s. What the fuck? Like, they literally didn't have toilets in the Versailles. Okay, maybe they did, but you know, like, we're so not advanced as a modern society at all, and then we do shit like this. It's awesome. They don't make him like this these days. We can definitely talk about that, but it's different. Yeah, it is different. Multi-layering. It is, and it's like such a big like understanding of art as a craft, you know? Oh, I'm in the way, but you kind of see this Shiba. So here again we have other examples of Friedrich, and again I focused on, you know, the ones where he has people with the back towards us. And it happens a lot in the paintings. It's not just like, it's something that he will continue to explore until he dies, basically. And he dies of illness, and honestly without any like people, it didn't make an impact. Unfortunately, his passing didn't make an impact on the art world. It was after many years after, in 1906, that he was kind of appreciated again, and then people started to look back. Oh, he was actually, yeah, the very icon of the Romantic era. I feel like some people could do this, or culture just change to do other things. Culture definitely changed, and we have different needs, basically. Which one is your favorite picture? But yeah, I really love this one. He, I don't know, it's beautiful. It's contemplating, but in almost like in a woman's space, because we're inside and she's young, and it's just shifting our gaze more towards like a, you know, how would a woman kind of experience contemplation and melancholy tied to kind of their roles as someone who needs to keep up with in the home, you know? My favorite one is the woman in white. This one. This one is beautiful. I love it. I never see the others, to be honest. Yeah, you could definitely look up some of his paintings. I find them really beautiful, but I just chose out some of them that are quite famous, but also kind of shows his kind of diversity, or his ability to do a lot of different stuff. Top left one is cool. This one, yeah, I love it. It's really creepy and eerie. The doggy, little doggy. But yeah, that's it for today, or at least for Friedrich. The island he painted a lot of the humans. I looked more. That's so cool. I would love to like go and see that, and I would love to see all of the places he went to in order to be inspired for the paintings. I would love that. Encore? What encore? There's nothing more. This is it, guys. That's it. This is it. But yeah, just related to kind of like why people. Oh, that was really loud for me. Was that loud for you? Thank you so much, Sally, for the follow. I can't believe that you got subbed before you follow. But yeah, just relating to, you know, why we don't really know no intro song, or we could, but I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it from the VOD. I have to. But yeah, I think it's definitely different needs and obviously different medias that we use now to express ourselves. There's still a lot of people who do indeed paint. It's just not the same. It's not the same. Times have changed. There's different needs and there's different ways of taking in, you know, information and how to grow as an artist. And I think a lot of people don't feel that painting specifically help fully express what it is to be a human in the 21st century, you know? So it's obviously very different, you know. The needs of the 1800 is different. A lot of it is the same, obviously, but a lot of it is also very different. And yeah, I could definitely talk about contemporary art next time, you know, and we can discuss, you know, paintings getting sold for like billions of dollars and then it's basically just like a banana on the wall. I would love to have that discussion with you. And I would also like to discuss AI, as Basti mentioned. I think it's nice to have these conversations, and I think probably a lot of you wonder kind of like, why is a banana taped to a wall worth so much, and how is it art, you know? But we could definitely go into that another time. I think that is a wonderful discussion to have, and I already had it with some people, but I would love to like go into that with you. I'll do like a presentation so I can kind of like guide you guys and prepare a little bit before it, so I can kind of help you guys with some examples, like proper examples, you know? Yeah, because I get the paintings which is so, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then with a lot of, you know, contemporary art, you don't really have that feeling. You don't have that feeling, you know, which I totally get. But yeah, I'll definitely do that for next time. I think it would be good to have that discussion, and then maybe I can help you guys understand a little bit about contemporary art. There is unfortunately like the light bulb or the candy one, Manny. Like I would love for them to see that. Oh yeah, I could get into the light bulb one if you guys want and have time. I could just show you that one quickly, and then I wanted to show Friedrich the fantasy one. Is a must tell, a must show. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, Sally, I've done one art history stream about my favorite painting. I love a lot of art styles, but I'm very into Baroque, Renaissance, Rococo. Yeah, my favorite painting is The Swing by Fagonaud. And I've done a YouTube video on it, or like I've done a VOD, I've done a stream. I saved the VOD and it's up on my YouTube channel. I should make a link, but it's basically my username on YouTube as well. Okay, let's see. So I've had this discussion with Manny just a few days ago, because he also has the experience of contemporary art being like, oh, I don't really get it, you know? Oh, you're so cute. Thank you, Jolly. Thank you. So let's see. So this particular artwork, it doesn't have a title. It's called Untitled. So it doesn't really have a specific title, but it's candy. And it's up to the museum how they want to exhibit it. But it's mint candies and this very shiny, yes, we have talked about this one as well, Basti. It's candy wrapped in this very shiny kind of like colored wrapper, and you can the museum can choose however they like to kind of portray this. If any shape and form, it's up to them, really. I've talked I made a post of this one, specifically this one, on my Twitter, but it's basically about this guy's partner. Felix Gonzalez Torres was a gay man and he lost his partner to AIDS. And this particular artwork is dedicated to his partner. And the exact weight of these candies, all of the candies combined are a certain weight. And that certain weight is kind of like the ideal weight of a man. If you're kind of this weight, or, you know, if you're around this weight, that's the ideal, that you're healthy, I guess. So it weighs exactly like the ideal man should weigh. And as you come visit, you can take a piece of candy with you. And as you slowly remove parts of the paint, of the artwork, it will lose weight. Just how like Felix Gonzalez Torres' partner did. He slowly lost, you know, physical weight to AIDS, but he also lost the very essence of him. You know? Like when you go through so much kind of like illness, you will lose yourself eventually as a person as well. And it's so emotional, it's beautiful. And the fact that you can bring along paintings with you like this, and as soon as time goes by, you're taking a piece away from the painting and you're taking it with you. You're taking the artwork home with you, but it's leaving something behind. And it represents his partner fully consumed by this illness. And obviously the AIDS pandemic, or the AIDS, you know, it was a very difficult time for, you know, gay people. You were heavily kind of like discriminated for it and scrutinized, and there was no help. You know, it was just one more thing to put up against, you know, people of the society that doesn't feel like they're welcomed or appreciated or, you know, taken care of. It's sad and beautiful. It's right. When I first learned about this painting, I keep saying painting, this artwork, it was heartbreaking, and I couldn't find the words. So in this way, Felix Gonzalez Torres has immortalized his partner. He also reminds us of the brutality of you know, growing up, but also being different, you know. And it's a constant reminder of how fragile life is, and yeah, to appreciate the small stuff. So something small as candies, you can be appreciated, you know. He also has these ones, and Felix Gonzalez Torres uses a lot of everyday objects, and he will kind of express the same kind of meanings with these artworks by using time. So over time, all of these light bulbs will one by one kind of get broken, or the light will fade out slowly one by one, and with time. And that kind of, you know, it could symbolize so much. It can symbolize losing life. It could symbolize how materialistic this world is, kind of, because for each time a light bulb goes out, the museum has to replace it with another one. So it's kind of this notion of always pushing through, and how if one thing ends, you could always just replace it with another one. Maybe being a part of a big kind of organized form, in which way you're like this tiny little, like a clockwork, like you're this tiny little piece of the clockwork, you know, and you can just easily be just taken out and replaced with another thing, you know. This notion of life is short, you could be replaced in this big world, you know, compared to if you kind of like put it up against capitalism or you know, materialistic lifestyles. You know, use and throw away, use and throw away. I have finished my studies, Sally. There's also one he made. This is called, what is it? Perfect Lovers. Perfect Lovers. Felix Gonzalez Torres. He will sync up each clock. They will start at the very same time, but as time goes by, they will go out of sync. And that represents, you know, people drifting apart. How you could both be on the same page. You could start off on the same, you know, you could start on the same kind of path, but as time goes by and how individual we are, maybe we could relate that back to kind of Friedrich, but it's the individual and their personal experience that will eventually kind of get us out of sync. They'll find their way back in sync given enough time. Yeah, they would. Or maybe they will from now on always be out of sync on their own path in life. So it's stuff like that. It is heartbreaking. And it's no, this one is actually so cool. I like this one. It's very simple, but it is, you know, it holds so much meaning. And I think that's but damn my heart. I know, I'm so sorry. I ended it on like a really really depressive tone. I'm so sorry. He is unreal. Simple but yet effective. Felix is a lover boy. He is a lover boy. He's a bit of a hopeless romantic, if you ask me. Yeah, I respect him a lot. I do. And I think it's something about using everyday objects that makes me appreciate it more. You know, clock and time. You know, how we we always are using these everyday objects, but what can they represent, and what meaning and message can they actually hold? It is very simple and very multi-layered, and I think that is why some contemporary art is so impressive. And obviously I know a lot of them are weird. Like, I've seen so much weird shit and I don't get it. You know, like I've seen like a shoebox with human hair glued to it, and then I'm like, I don't get it. And I asked the people I was with, and they're like, I don't get it either. So I fully understand that. Human hair. And they are just glued. You know those like those Adidas shoes, the shoe boxes that they're blue? It was one of those, and then he just like, I guess, cut his hair and then glued it on. Don't judge a book by its cover, for sure. And it's also like, if you don't understand something, or if you truly, if the first thing that you made is with like confusion, or like, oh, I don't get it, I'm dumb, then I think that's literally an invitation to start talking about it, or investigating it, or researching about it. Because I think then, if you just have a little bit of curiosity, and I know it's hard to not be intimidated by contemporary art, but if you manage to just put that aside and instead be a little bit curious instead, I think you would discover so much more art that would move you, you know? Why hair on shoe? I don't need sleep. I need answer. That was me that day. I looked at it and I was like, bro, am I dumb now? You know? So, how are you, Lancy? By the way, welcome in. I want to show you guys one more thing before we go. As a previous dancer, and as someone who really enjoy human bodies in the art, that's why I love sculptures a lot, and that's why I love, you know, the god paintings with the ballerinas. I love when we use the human body to express something. Um, love them. Maybe specifically for you jelly female bodies. There's something called performance art. And that is art where the artist is in the artwork. And they're often doing something or creating a piece. So it's not necessarily, they can dance in it, but it's not only dance. It could be, you know, doing everyday stuff over and over and over again to portray something, you know, repetition in everyday life, for example, or the feeling of being in a constant loop with how capitalism has made us work, you know, stuff like that. So I really love that. And do you guys know Yoko Ono? Yoko Ono? John Lennon's wife? What was it? Was she his wife? Yes! John's wife. You're just like on first name basis with with this dead guy. Yes, Yoko Ono, she is an artist. Probably most commonly known as Yoko Ono, John Lennon's wife. But she has done a performance piece that I found so beautiful, but also fucking gut-wrenching. She laid out a table of different stuff. I think there were pens, and there were what is it? I think there was scissors, pens. I think there was a gun there at one point. It was all of this different stuff, everyday stuff. She laid them out on a table, then she sat in front of the table and let people do whatever they wanted. Whatever they wanted, they could do to her. With these objects, they could do whatever they wanted to her. And at first, people were just like, you know, drawing on her, maybe taking her glasses off or changing out her glasses into sunglasses. Some women would hug her and brush her hair and braid her hair, and then a lot of men would start slowly or surely undress her. One would, I think I can show you some pictures of it. People would start basically cutting her bra or her clothing slowly but surely, like this. And I don't think anything like violent happened, but eventually she's beautiful. But I don't know. I feel like that it's crazy. I don't know if people starting to actually I think they cut her hair maybe. I don't think anything very like graphic happened. But to give yourself that much trust to people and they still do this to you, I don't know, that broke my heart. I find that terrifying. I think I think Yoko Ono would put boundaries, but I think she was open for them to actually cut her, like physically cut her. I'm pretty sure I read that I think she was open to that. Fantasy painting. Oh, I only know of obviously there's a lot, but the first one that comes to mind for some reason is, or I don't think they're fantasy per se. It's this Norwegian painter. He's actually not known at all. I randomly found him one day, but let's see. They're not really fantasy, but I get fantasy vibes from it. But I can't find any good pictures just because he's not really that known. Oh yeah, I'll show you what I had in mind. Wait! They don't love you like I love you. Wait! I thought, it's not really fantasy per se, but I thought of this when you said fantasy at first. This is Olaf Lange. Olaf Lange, he was a Norwegian painter. He wasn't that known at all, but he made these mythical dreamlike paintings that I was like truly captivated by. There's not much of him left, and what is on kind of like publicly is not there's not much. I just saw a little bit of it years back when I was on the south of or on the west side of Norway by the shore. The colors are beautiful. I get Egyptian vibes for sure, but I also get this like obviously it quite, I don't know, it's something dreamy. It's I love it. Fucking love it. I do that TikTok dance. You do? Really? Actually, tell me. My jaw dropped. Right? I think it's gorgeous. And he is not known. And I think if I ever got the chance to do more research, I would definitely look into this guy. Because there's not much research about him, unfortunately. Because there's not, he didn't do much painting when he lived. Only when no one can see me. I don't know if that is better or if it's just made it a little bit sad. But yeah, there's definitely artists out there who does like fantasy. I can definitely find that for you, Flyton. As I've mentioned before, you guys are very much open and welcome to suggest paintings or art styles or artists. I would love to like talk about something that you guys are especially interested in. Not only like what I'm interested in, but I also understand that you guys maybe don't have much kind of like, you haven't seen that much in order to be like, oh, I want to, what's happening to my camera? Also, Jolly, did you see that I didn't cut them at all? Cut then! I will after this. It's not focusing! How do you do this? I don't know how to fix this. Oh! We're back. No, we're not. We're not back? I honestly can't tell anymore. It's fine. It's fine. It's I don't like it when it's blurry. And it slowly focuses on me. Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Next time I will do a Kahoot. So I hope you guys did notes. So I can start off the next art history stream with like quizzes about this specific lecture. I'll be like, what's the, what kind of pictures did the romantic like to paint? Was it people? Was it landscapes, or was it both? Is it back? Nice. We got an exam. Another exam for you, Abby. So sorry. There's no fun here with me. There's no fun. I want you guys to learn. Who are you rating? Should we rate Ben? Ben is quite new to Twitch. And to Valorant. But he's cracked. Brother's cracked. I think he just started, but he's like already plat. Should we rate Ben? Show him some love. He's quite new to everything. Bonk po? How do I knock? Knock knock? Why? Okay. Defo lagging? Honey, are you lying to me? What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't hear any of that? Help? Sorry. You're my favorite teacher until you gave me an exam. Raid my boyfriend, please? Okay. Okay, chill. Okay, chill. Chill. None of that here. Queen card? Okay. Oh my god, you know like fucking you know K-pop? Oh yeah, I know you knew K-pop. I didn't know you knew this one. That's the raid, and then this is the other raid if you're not a sub. But I think you got me into K-pop. I know, I love it though. I'm getting everyone into K-pop. Jem, remember to send me your dance video. Unlucky. Thank you so much for today, guys. Let's show Ben some love. Use the one with the emote is the raid message you can use if you're sub. If you're not, then you can use the heart one. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys. Can we play games after stream? Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's do it. Are we playing Val? Let me cut my nails first, and then yeah. So I'll see you guys again soon. I honestly no idea when I'm gonna stream again soon. Okay, thank you so much. Spam. Let's spam this shit in Ben's chat. Thank you guys so much for today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. I love you. Thank you so much, Abby. Thank you, Jem. Thank you, Flygen. Thank you, Jolly. Thank you, Yuan. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Busty. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for today. Mwah!
Look so cool, look so sexy like Kim Kardashian.